Okay guys, here we are out in the garage, and I'm starting my project here of replacing the head gasket. So I'm going to separate the exhaust from the exhaust manifold. So I got a spring threader here along here. There's 2 holes in this spring, so I want to demonstrate how to remove that. So okay, here I got it out. Just kept turning and wiggled it out. Gonna tear into the top end now. So get some of this stuff out of the way. There we go. Removing that fuel filter helps get in the back a little bit. So yeah, pull this all apart here. Got the coolant draining down below. So I'm filming with new Hero 6 here, 1080p, 30 frames a second. Nobody cares, so if somebody cares about that, I guess that's what I'm shooting with. Okay, we'll take this off. It's kind of interesting learning about and frustrating at the same time a little bit, learning about camera shooting, and my next big thing to figure out is editing. This one here. Times that's I need a small screwdriver. Get that off. might be a little bit easier to get out if you have the filter with it. Got this handy little tool set at a place called Home Depot, and they did a Black Friday deal on it for $100. So it's kind of nice to throw that in your trunk of your car or whatever if you need some tools on the road or whatever. Okay, with the valve cover off, I'm going to go ahead and put the motor at top dead center. Get that out of the way now before I forget. Not sure if that's exactly something you have to do, but I'm going to do it. I figure it's going to make it easier later. I made this, welded a couple nuts together, and to pull this inspection guy out. Okay, now
the oil pressure sender off and the coolant pressure sensors off, and okay, well, just in case a bunch of coolant comes out of that, so plug that hole.
okay, let's get this motor turned over to top dead center. You know it's going to be top dead center when both of these cam lobes are pointing up on the number 1 cylinder. So I got a 17mm socket on the crank bolt. Some people have talked about you can back that crank bolt off by counterclockwise turning, and it hasn't happened to me. Okay, so now I went too far. That's pretty close. Okay. Okay, so I took a 15mm wrench and I put it on this timing belt tensioner and loosened that up, pulled the timing belt off. Now I can take the fuel lines off the injector pump here. Just loosen them up a little bit and then they should spin off.
Pull the return hoses off. I also removed the glow plug wire here, the main glow plug wire here. Threw a little tape around that. That shouldn't become hot until I turn the key on, but there's some tape on it anyway. So I'm going to be putting ARP head studs in here, so I want to make sure that I can get this intake off with it bolted. You know, this would be a lot easier to take off with the head removed, but I want to make sure I can do this. Let me get a smaller extension. See if I can. There we go. Inch shorter. Nice. It's gonna stay on. Oh, these bolts aren't. These hex bolts aren't real tight. It's number 10. I'm getting number 10 on here. Is that a magnet on there? There's a magnet. Doing under there. Be careful putting stuff across here. Many years ago I had a tool that somehow just got laid across there just right, and it didn't want to let go. It was pretty freaky. This one's gonna be. I'll pull that extension out on this one. Is that different length? bolt? No, it's the same length, okay. See if there's room to get across here. Okay, well, I'm gonna pull this off, so I'll put the camera up.
You know, that thing keeps coming off. It's annoying me. Hopefully this one's long enough. Yeah, this one's not 50 years old. Replace shit when it's getting worn. For most things, it's fine. Okay, finally on there now. Now I'll just loosen up this one too. Bring that back over. That's probably too long. Okay, it's loosening up. It's nice. Loosen up this guy too. Okay, so I got them all broke loose. Hopefully there isn't another one right in there. Come on. Not turning very easily.
This rabbit came out of South Dakota, so I don't drive it in the winters here. It's in pretty nice shape. No rust. Interior's pretty nice. I really should get a cover for the dash. There's no cracks in the dash, and it'd be nice to keep it that way. Okay, so I got that off. It ended up being attached right here. So there's a bracket down the bottom there. I just had to take a nut off. Wasn't that hard, I just got it off. So now I'm ready to pull the head. This here is a number 10, so pulling that intake off the back was number 6. So I'm gonna start on that outside. I'm following this sequence here. The outside ones just work towards the middle just a little bit. Little turn.
Oh my gosh, these are tight. It would help if I pulled that extension out. I could go to a longer breaker bar. So, with a shorter extension. Oh. Wow. That's what I was looking for. A little more persuasion here. Good Lord, those are tight. Holy shit. Just broke my tool.
I feel something given. Okay, melter broke loose. When I was at the auto parts store picking up a new 10mm Allen wrench or hex socket. Okay, I got the head pulled. It was a little bit heavy, that exhaust manifold on there. So the book talks about putting towels down the piston holes to keep them clean. And to put tape over the other holes.
And I've been scraping it.
Okay, I got the threads all reasonably cleaned, the block threads, with this brass wire brush, and now I'm just spraying some carb cleaner down the holes here. Just to
Get them really clean.
the last two studs here, I'll show you what's going on with this. Screws right in. Okay, so the directions talk about 3 equal steps of 80 foot-pounds, with the preload recommendations following the book. So everything is to be lubricated according to this. So that's showing that for just a second so you can see it. Okay, so we've got a couple of these that have not gone all the way down. This one, this one, this one. So And it looks like this one could go down a little bit more too, so definitely worth your time to chase those threads ahead of time. But okay, so I got the head gasket on there. I got all the head studs screwed in nice and deep, and then I gave them just a slight back off just to make sure they're backed off a hair with the little Allen wrench that came with it. So since they're supposed to be hand tight, so let's put this bad boy back on. Good place to.
Okay, so I know this is in the way. I'm letting it go down. All the way down. And then we can start to lube up the washers, and lube up the threads there and put them in. Put the nuts on.
So I just put the nut on there, bring it on in. Okay, so all the nuts are on. You don't want to get any debris in your injectors, so if you can help it. So I already got this set at 37. So on this ARP set, it's a half-inch socket, half-inch drive is what I'm using. So 1, 2,
three. Let's see, where it is, there it is. Oh, no, 4. Dang, I got that. Fine. 6. Then we pop over a 7. 8 down here. 9. 10. There we go. Now do that to 52, 66, and then I guess 8.
Okay, so to get the intake back on, you're going to need to start the bolt and the put it on over the bracket on the underneath first, and get the nut started on there, and then on these end, and then you can now, because if you don't have that on there, it's just going to keep falling off. and then just very carefully put the gasket in there and one bolt on each end and start hand tightening them on there. So okay, so I got the rear intake all tightened up nice. It actually worked better to just use a ratchet about this size. What is that? 5-inch. Then you'll have to play around with which extension works well for you, but I used these two. They worked well depending on which one I was tightening. So then I put the timing back in and the injector pump, and it was at top dead center, putting the belt back on, so I shouldn't have to play with the injector pump at all. So with a 17 millimeter wrench, I'm just tightening up all the I'm going to leave all 4 of these lines. I'll tighten them up and then back them off just a hair to let the air out while I'm cranking, and then when it starts I'll go tighten them back up to get the air out. I think that'll help aid the starting. So I've done it before with everything tight, and it didn't really start until I broke those loose. So when I was putting this new injector pump on, so or rebuilt from Parts Place Inc. So tightening these all up. This thin wrench here works pretty good. It's a work zone wrench.
And tightening these nuts up. So I got the hoses back on and these sender wires. And I tightened up the ARP head studs to 80 foot-pounds. I went through, yeah, I guess I got that all on film, right? Yeah. So four tightening sequences. 37, 52, 66, I believe, and then 80. So.
Okay, so now I'm just taking some distilled water, and I'm going to just run it through. So well, you're going to see some smoke here, and what's going on is the timing is off. All the timing marks looked lined up, and they were lined up, but when I went to tighten the timing belt tensioner, the timing moved. So that's why it's blowing smoke here, is because the timing moved. I discovered this the next day and fixed the issue. For now I can enjoy no mosquitoes. Well, thanks for watching, and have a great day.